It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show with J.Hall and DJ Akademiks.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Let's get it.
Yeah, it's the Hip Hop Matrix Show. Myself, J.Hall, this guy right here, DJ Akademiks. What's good with you, brother?
That's right. What's happening, man?
Tired, but we here though.
That's right. I'm just getting back off the road. You running around yourself.
Ah, man, I got a headache that's in my skull. It feel like people are like having break dance battles in there. You know what I mean? Like what was those dance movies that was out for a second? Breaking. Just the ones that didn't come out not too long ago. Yeah. Or, you know, the battle ones. You know, you got served. I feel like two people are battling and serving in my head, man. But I'm definitely here. I'm definitely here. You
Pause.
know? Oh wow, that's right. That's how much I'm out of it. That's how much I'm out of it. I can't believe it's pretty much October.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the time just then went all the way past.
I'm still on what you just said.
Still on it? What did I say again?
Two people are battling and serving in my head.
It's only funny because you did a little hand gesture just now. That's the only reason why I'm really, really, really laughing, because I got a visual that I just can't get out.
That you got served.
That's not. I didn't even know serve was I'm trying to keep going.
Right,
I didn't even know serve was supposed to be like that.
All right.
Now, next time I serve, I'm going to feel like, you know, it's going to come across me.
All right. Let's get
Was
to
it weird? Okay.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm fine. I'm all good. And it seems like a lot has happened that we're going to have to get into, man. You know, a whole bunch of rappers are still talking ish. An icon and got locked up.
Yeah.
But some big time signing, a big time signing in sports. So as usual, make sure you hit us up on our Twitter at WHMS98. Follow along with us as we, you know, get into this show. Follow me on my Twitter at J.Hall Radio. This gentleman right here at DJ Akademiks. And let's get into it. It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show. All right, the first thing that's up, you got Bill Cosby, man. Woo,
Man.
woo, 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 woo,
3 to 10.
woo, woo, woo,
We ain't talking about Jello.
woo, 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 woo,
No pudding pops.
woo, woo, woo. After being accused of raping dozens and dozens, and I put the S on dozens of women, he was convicted of 1 and sentenced 3 to 10. And, you know, seeing Cosby in cuffs, walking away at age 81 years old, that didn't look right.
Yeah, like really. And then stories about his first day in jail. Some of the prisoners were throwing hot dog rolls at him. And
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that.
Yeah, some of the prisoners were throwing hot dog rolls at him or something.
I don't know what that
stupid.
means. I don't think I know. I want to know what that means, though.
I don't either. But.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like, you know.
And they took his cane away. I heard that too.
Who,
the wardens or whatever. They took his cane away.
Oh, so he's going to let him just struggle and walk.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, that's tough. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, he deserve it. I mean, there were a lot of debate that was going on online. I don't know if you caught it. There was people that were upset. Well, if Cosby is going to jail, how come such and such ain't going to jail? You know what I mean? And then other people that rape people. Then Roethlisberger, how come he ain't go to jail? Other people just, you know, going.
He was going ham for like 3 straight summers.
I mean, my thing is, first of all, can you really say that, you know, is unfair? I mean, he kind of did get off like a white man. You've been raping people since before the Civil Rights Bill was passed.
And they just get you.
And they just now getting to you later. And you get a minimum, you get 3, you can serve 3 years and get out. Like, I mean, you still low-key kind of got off like a white man, and you're not going to be putting there with the killers. Let's be honest. Cosby not going to be putting there with the Adebisi's. He's going to be, you know, he's going to be putting a nice little senior citizen section or whatever to protect them.
Senior citizen.
Or Club Med, whatever rich people go.
He's supposed to be legally blind.
Yeah, man, come on. You know, so, you know, it's justice that was served, but it was long overdue. And plus, the point of equality is not that we can get off more than, I mean, as equal as white people. Right? I mean, that's not the point of equality, is that I should be able to kill 5 people, you kill 5 people, we both get off.
No, so we both get the same charge, and we both get treated the same way.
Can you watch the Cosby Show the same when you see the reruns?
Yeah.
You straight with that?
I can watch it the same way.
So you separate Bill Cosby from Cliff Huxtable?
Of course. Just like I can separate the juice from OJ.
I ain't gonna front though. By the time I came of age, he was OJ to me. He was the person who killed the white woman. So I don't have the luxurious memories of OJ.
I can still watch NFL films and watch OJ run all over people.
But it's hard. It's hard because when he's running, I just keep thinking about the fact that he ran in that truck. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely hard. Well, here's another question. You have a son who you just gave birth to. So how old is your son now?
I didn't give birth to anything.
Well, no, you didn't give birth. I'm sorry.
For
You and your wife gave birth. But how old is your son now? Your youngest son?
He's 6 months.
He's 6 months. Okay, so he's gonna come up in the world. How do someone like you explain like a Bill Cosby to your son coming up?
Saying like a Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
If she says no, get away, run.
No, I'm saying, do you? I mean, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If she implies no in any type of way, shape, form, or fashion.
Well, first of all, that's true.
Run.
As for and not saying yes is not saying yes.
Yes, get out of there.
Like just because she did not say no doesn't mean she said yes.
Get out of there.
But I mean, like if Bill Cosby like of a rerun of an episode come up, then like how do you explain like a legacy like that's been tarnished?
I mean, you still can't take away from all the good he's done. I mean, he still donated millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to countless charities and helped out so many youth and disenfranchised people in America over those years. I mean, yes, he had this dark side, but I mean, still don't take away from what he's done.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This didn't really hit me that hard because I've been done with Cosby since he came to Howard and told me to pull my pants up. Like when he was telling us, like we all came to see Cosby, right? And we thinking like Cosby gonna crack a couple jokes, tell us he proud of us or whatever. And he got there talking about how like wearing baggy pants, and I felt like he was talking to me, like he was pointing at me in the crowd.
I mean, he did that a little bit.
He was going on tour.
He went on a tour. And he did that in Baltimore as well.
He did in Baltimore. Okay, so I was kind of like. Him then at that point, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying.
He had an old-fashioned approach to how black people should be presenting themselves, which wasn't wrong. His delivery was wrong, and maybe he didn't bring it to people's attention the way it should have been said. But I mean,
I don't know how many times
he just wanted everybody to present themselves respectfully.
But how many times we gotta keep telling people, no matter how I present myself, that got nothing to do with you treating me like a human being. As far as me getting shot by the cops,
It doesn't.
I mean, was Emmett Till sagging? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
He definitely wasn't sagging. He had on suspenders.
Had nothing. Right? It had nothing to do with it.
He had suspenders on.
So I personally wasn't bagging on that, but it does. I'm wondering because like I got a niece, and I'm wondering, it's kind of, I understand what the older folks were looking at us, like the fact that we only know Ike Turner from Beating on Tina. I don't know Ike Turner, the musical legend, So I'm starting to understand how they felt because I look at my niece, this is all she's been hearing for the past few years was about Cosby being a rapist. I know by the time your son come of age, that's all he gonna know. So I'm just curious, but hey, listen, you got 3 years for raping dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of women since the late 50s? It seems like, some white collar crime you got off to me. I mean, it's justice, but it's pretty light. Pretty light justice.
Hey.
Switching gears just a little bit, speaking of someone who's in trouble, your favorite guy, Brooklyn rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, his house got raided by the FBI this past week. He was away. He was on tour. He's also, been working with Kanye West, and I think he's on tour in Russia or something like that, some part of Europe. But they found a gun, but they don't know who it belongs to. There's no information that leaked out to why they felt like raiding his house. But they raided it, came through. It's not a game. He just got in trouble, not too long ago in court, right? For some situation. He got off or whatever. And what's so crazy, he was just trolling your boy Chief Keef about his problems. And I don't know. I think Tekashi is kind of like, he's a master manipulator when it comes to getting the things that promote him. But I don't know nobody who want to go around with the feds.
He's searching for street cred.
You think that's what it is?
I guess.
Did he have any? Like when it comes to like real street cred, like how when 50 Cent came out, everybody had heard 50 before 50 really came out. So my thing is, did Tekashi have that?
No.
Or was he just surrounded
50 was really in the streets. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, even people who hate him,
they don't take that away. That he was driving a Benz at 18, 19.
Yeah, there's always somebody when you think about it when they talk about artists, right? And they like to say, man, he didn't really live that. 50 Cent's like that one guy. I never heard no one, whether they like him or not, say that he didn't do the things he said he did.
Yeah. He was definitely in the streets. His mom was in the streets. I mean, his mom was a hustler.
It's embedded.
Yeah, it's just there.
I can definitely tell that Tekashi surrounded by people. He's probably surrounded by people who really get down.
No, he's surrounded by people now who might get down.
Oh, yeah, because they got to protect the money.
Because he's the bag.
Money.
He's the bag. Protect the bag at all costs.
Protect the bag at all costs. Well, getting down with the feds is not something you necessarily want. If you had a gun in your whip and in your house and you wasn't even there, yeah, they're going to come. I don't know. Some of his antics and the things that he do, I don't know if you saw the video that he did with 50 Cent when he was just like 50 Cent. from the Hey Shorty, it's your birthday. He had the oversized clothes. Like, he's definitely understanding the power of social media probably than any other new artist. Like, he doesn't just go on there just to go on there.
He just doesn't take life seriously. He thinks everything's a joke. That's all.
Right, yeah. I mean, he's been getting away with it. Can you blame him?
No, he's young.
Yeah. I just felt like the fear of the feds. If you don't fear the feds, what is life coming to?
Yeah, you got money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But the feds, they got bread too. They got that endless government money that we all pay taxes for. So whatever the situation is, that sounds like to me you got to start cleaning out your circle a little bit more. Because whoever around you that left that gun, if it's not yours, they need to go. Flat out. Because if that gun come up being registered somewhere or it was a bullet somewhere and it's not yours, I'm not going to say I'm snitching. But I'm going to look at my circle like, I'm not going to jail. One of us is going to jail, but I'm not going to jail, personally. That's how I'm looking at it. So one of y'all better say something.
Speak up. All right, so let's talk about some new music. Your boy Kanye is supposedly dropping tonight.
The Yandhi album,
or
which
tomorrow,
is play on Gandhi.
Or next year, but I mean, I just hope he got more than 7 records on the album.
Or apparently he wanted to give Weezy some room, so that's why he didn't drop on Friday. But if you remember when he had the 7 album rollout, those albums were getting later and later. Like Tiana Taylor was supposed to drop that Friday. She didn't come out till like Sunday for brunch.
Yeah.
So maybe, I just think he's just not done.
I just say, give us more than 7, at least 10, bro. We need at least 10. We need at least 10.
I mean, if you remember that whole 7 album situation, from my understanding, he had a whole nother album completed, but he did that Ye album because of the TMZ situation, so he just scrapped the whole project. I personally don't think that Ye is someone who can rush albums. There's infamous stories of Ye making people repeat things 99, 100 times in the studio. He's like a Dr. Dre. He ain't the latest Dr. Dre, but he's like a person who needs to take his time and really be in the craft. He can't necessarily be dropping albums like that. It kind of messes with his creativity. So I don't know what to expect from Yandhi, because Ye was kind of just, it was okay.
Yeah, it was just barely okay. But it was barely okay. But
it was better than Yeezus.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was better than Yeezus. Yeezus was.
Yeah, he been on a little. He was on a little bad downward spiral. But anyway, my guy Reason, TDE, there you have it, is out, man. We just did a show in Atlanta together. I was on tour with them this past week.
Oh, Reason was there?
Yeah, Reason was on the tour with us. Reason was on the tour with us, and they brought out last night. They actually brought out a cake for him on stage because it was the release date of his album. So, and it said there you have it right there. On he had his pops there. His pops is a real cool dude, and I mean Reason plays. So he was doing some records off of the album. So. Album's definitely. I haven't heard the entire album, but the records that he's performed off the album are definitely good material.
Okay, I gotta admit, I wasn't up on Reason, but one thing I do know in following TDE is they don't just sign anybody. They're not like No Limit was in the late '90s.
No, everybody can rap. Everybody's gonna hold their own. They ain't playing no games.
And everybody's a solid artist. I mean, SZA, Isaiah Rashad, everyday lesser known people, Absol, everyone can spit. So I'm definitely gonna check it out because when I see TDE, I'm thinking about that type of quality.
Yeah, we was on tour. We did DC, Baltimore. We did Charlotte, and then last night we did Atlanta.
I was at the DC show. I ain't seen him. He performed.
Was there. He performed every one.
I must have got there late.
Yeah, you did got to get there late.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Where did I get? Oh, yeah, I got there. J-Rock started
performing. Yeah, that's the headliner. That's the last one to go.
Yeah. I did miss that. I forgot that, man. I forgot that. I thought I was on time.
No.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Yeah. Man. But Reason definitely put on a good show, him and his DJ D-Ron. So, I mean, shout out to both of them, man, and much success. I hope this project does amazing numbers. And on next to that, you got the guy Logic.
He just dropped something on everybody, right? I mean, he put out a track list earlier this week. What's the name of the album?
YSIV.
Yeah. I mean, Logic got some commercial hits. I don't know if he's getting the
I Don't Want to Die record.
Yeah, that definitely was a hit. I mean, he's definitely kind of found his lane of like the misunderstood people type of lane, if that makes sense. I mean, he talked about a lot of like biracial issues. It's weird. When Logic's first album I thought was dope because he was telling, he was telling his brother's story. Like a lot of people, he was telling like other people's stories, like drug dealers and stuff like that. But the more he started telling his story, the less I kind of listen to him.
He's not that interesting.
I mean,
he doesn't drink Dos Equis.
It's kind of it's just kind of like some of the stuff was just a little bit like a little geeky, a little bit too geeky for me. I think he's a dope lyricist. I think he can rap, but just a little bit too geeky for me.
You just
for my personal taste,
just couldn't connect to him. Couldn't connect with him.
Now, I'm not one of those people that got to connect to everybody because I think when people used to say, I can't relate to you or I can't relate to an artist, they're lying. Because when MCA and them was talking about drive-bys, all y'all wasn't doing no drive-bys. You just liked it because of the way the beat sounded. You know what I mean? Or the way the song, sound. I didn't always relate to everything that Biggie was talking about. Hell, Biggie was saying some out-of-bounds stuff sometimes. Like,
Yeah, he did.
She looked so good on your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't relate to that. I didn't never look at a girl and think that. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever in my life have I ever thought that when I looked at a woman. At all. I ain't thinking about your daddy. I ain't thinking about no man's penis but my own. But my whole point is when Logic, he just kind of got a little geeky and I kind of strayed me away a little bit, though. But I got a lot of respect for him.
All right. Well, now, the elephant in the room. Carter 5 is here, setting records. 49.5 million streams, setting the record for opening day. Well, no, second best record. Only topped by, of course, Drake with Scorpion with 80 million streams.
Nobody's touching Drake.
Yeah, nobody's touching Drake, but that's big
Not even
for
the man
Wayne
who put him
to
on.
come back after 5-6 years.
Whoa.
In stream.
Yeah, and it was Wayne's birthday too, right?
Yeah, it was on Wayne's birthday. So and for him to stream 50 million and basically when the whole Apple iTunes only streamed 61 million the whole day, 50 of it was Wayne.
Really? Well, the thing
Big
is,
facts.
When it comes to the Carter 5, I'm not going to lie, Wayne been kind of just spitting and he's been on, mixtapes and stuff like that. I'm not going to lie, I kind of fell off from even being interested in Wayne. So when I listened to the Carter 5, I really just listened to it because I didn't want to be out the loop. But I have to admit, it's a quality album. Have you heard it? Like, you really listen to it?
It's Wayne's version of, it's Wayne's 444.
It is Wayne. Exactly.
His grown up, mature.
He got his mother on there talking. And you can't help to feel some type of way when his mother is like on there crying. It kind of reminds me of a in between 444 and the Black Album.
I was about to say that too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's the element it kind of that's the space it put me in. But the songs that stood out to me was like the one with him and Kendrick.
Uh-huh.
Usually Kendrick leaves people in the dust, but Wayne definitely let you know who he is with his flow. Don't get me wrong, Kendrick is still edge, but it wasn't like Kendrick ate him,
There wasn't no runaway with this thing.
He got a song with Nevia, that's one of his child's mothers, and Nevia's like his first love, you know what I mean? So that's a pretty dope, record. And I almost forget when Wayne started singing that Wayne kind of like started that jumping out the box and singing a little bit on his records. He's one of the pioneers of that. I love singing. I love she single. I love that,
That's
man.
Definitely classic.
But the Carter 5 is definitely a quality album. Honestly, I can't remember how the Carter 4 sound. I don't even know what song was on there. But the Carter 5 definitely, people are screaming classic. I think you need to wait on that. But I would definitely say so far it sounds like a masterpiece.
So far, so good.
It sounds like a masterpiece. It's not a classic, but it sounds like a masterpiece, man.
That's the new music.
All right, and some other news. XXXTentacion, remember him? His mother has teamed up with Art by Bankrupt for a memorial raffle to provide funds for underprivileged families in her son's honor, which is good news because I don't know if you saw this or not, but recently his murder was caught on, the camera.
Yeah, they released the footage. I saw that. It was crazy.
The 4 men. And this kind of brings to the argument I think me and you were having. I mean, we wasn't arguing amongst ourselves, but we were trying to express this when people were like, oh, when you get money like that, you can't be riding around. It's like, that was a complete setup.
Riding around. He left a dealership.
Like
in Miami.
And when you saw
he wasn't in Carol City. He was on like Ocean Drive or something
and
like that.
when you saw the video, when you see the video, they blocked him in.
Yeah.
Like, what is there for you to do in a situation like that? I mean, that can happen to any of us. Someone just recognized him,
Right.
I mean, do you think that there's something to that?
Anybody can be caught slipping. I don't care who you is. Anybody can get it. Nobody's invincible, untouchable. I don't care how much you try to hide. I mean, presidents have gotten assassinated, and they got the most security detail out of anybody.
And everybody.
Yeah, and presidents have been assassinated, brother. So there's no way.
Yeah, you got to look at it. I mean, I think they only caught 2 people so far.
But they're gonna tell.
They're gonna tell. They're gonna tell.
They're gonna sing. They're like, ooh. I know. Get me out of here.
They definitely gonna tell. Like
they gonna tell.
Like if I had to depend on the loyalty for back in the day versus the loyalty now, you might as well turn yourself in.
It's definitely telling.
You might as well turn yourself in.
Telling.
When you see your man on TV with handcuffs,
man, they going to jail.
You might as well either go to Canada or go downtown yourself. Because you going to jail. Ain't nowhere in the world he gonna do all that time.
Can't go to Cuba no more.
No, ain't at all.
Can't go to Cuba no more.
No, that's a done deal.
They extraditing you from Cuba now.
Exactly, that's a done deal. So you know they come to get you. Okay, so you're gonna have to pay attention to that kind of situation. But it's unfortunate when I saw the video, it just reminded me how sad circumstances are. You know, it's not that you just can't drive around your own. No, can you go to the same places that you used to be able to go to and things of that nature when you start getting money and famous?
To move different, but at the same time, he wasn't in the hood.
Coming from a dealership.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not that logic doesn't even it makes no sense. It has no bearing to that situation.
And it also doesn't play into the whole stereotype that people would proclaiming, you know, when you speak deaf come and find you. You know, when you speak deaf in your songs, they come and find you.
Shut up.
Thank you.
Up.
Be quiet.
Shut the up.
Because people getting robbed, he ain't speak about getting robbed. Like
stupid.
Yes. How about this? Everyone's gonna die, and death doesn't speed up the clock because you're talking about death. Okay, it doesn't.
It's coming when it's coming. You just don't know when it's coming.
Exactly.
None of us know.
The circumstances of how it's gonna come can play into the part if you out there willing and dealing and you maneuvering in a certain type of light, but you simply getting robbed because you're famous, that has nothing to do with the fact that you were speaking deaf into your songs. I'm sorry. I know you like to think this whole, you know, tick for tat situation and this whole karma situation is real. If karma is real, then we still waiting on white folks. They seem to be living really, really good right now. If karma is real.
They became slaves yet.
Not at all. So, like, not at all.
Right, privilege ain't stopped yet.
And what exactly is karma in that sense? Because if these guys go to jail, his mother still lost her son.
Only karma I know got a fat ass.
Oh, you know karma?
Yeah, I know a karma.
Oh, you know karma?
She got a fat one.
I knew a karma too.
That's the only one I know. She got a fat one too.
Well, maybe that's karma. Maybe that's your get back. The put back in the situation is your karma.
She got back.
Yeah. Maybe that's the get back. You thought you was going to go in there and be a champ? Nah, son, you got karma. So maybe that's what it was. And some other news of rappers being rappers. I don't know if you caught this, but Daz Dillinger, he's facing some serious charges. He got busted in his house in Georgia when they came in and raided the house.
You on the East Coast now?
I guess so. But they found a huge stash of weed, 10 THC pods, oil vaporizers, and other paraphernalia that when they raided his home.
Oh, he was trying to get high.
Like Jimi Hendrix high.
He was getting high.
Yeah.
Vaporizers. You was trying to go to the moon, boy.
What exactly is vaporizers used for? I don't know.
It enhances everything. It like makes the whole room a big smoke cloud.
Is it a pipe?
No, a vaporizer is like a humidifier. It just makes it just.
So what do you put inside of it? Like
you can put cannabis in. You can put all that stuff in there. So I mean, it just makes like we could turn this room into a big cloud, and we just sit in here and we just. Getting high as hell.
I swear, I never had no idea. So you vape everything in the room, and so everybody who's in the room is just getting high off the smoke, off the contact and everything like that?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, why would they want to raid his home? I mean, that's his own personal business. I mean, was he selling it or something like that? I mean,
he probably got selling a little bit of it.
What about the THC pods? What do you do with the THC pods?
I don't know. I'm not a smoker. I just know a little bit of something.
Oh, you know about the vaporizers or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, because people would ask me to use vaporizers to clear themselves up.
The cardiac?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that's the excuse that we're using now? Is your allergies and your contacts or whatever the case may be, you go use vaporizers? Well, Daz, I hope everything turns out well for him because, again, like we talked about last week, nobody wants to go to jail past 35. You don't want to go to jail at all. But Daz is like, what, 45? Maybe 47?
Yeah, he pushing 50.
Yeah, you don't want to go to jail, Daz.
Anybody that was on death row at that time with Pac, you
definitely pushing 50, right.
Pushing 50.
I think Pac was like one of the youngest ones, so that should tell you something.
He was the youngest
Right, that should tell you something right there. So, Daz, we wishing the best for you. I don't want Daz Dillinger in there, but he'll probably, skip that. I didn't even know he had a house in Georgia.
Yeah, I didn't know he was on the East Coast. I figured he was still in L.A.
Yeah, man. So, hope everything turns out for him because they ain't got no vapes in jail. Now, speaking of karma, I don't know if we should call this karma, whatnot, but if you would call karma, some may call this karma. Khalees, she's been ordered to pay a former nanny $17,000 because the nanny claimed that she was hired to take care of Khalees and her then 6-month-old child and 7-year-old, who the baby that she had with Nas. But she was fired while she was in London, and she was forced to go home, and she had to spend over $1,200 on the plane ticket. So she took her to court, and the judge ruled in the babysitter's favor, the nanny's favor.
Pay up.
Yeah.
You've been getting paid for years.
Would you call that? Would that be a sign of karma?
Yeah.
You think there's some?
I know her time's almost up too.
With what?
That baby got to be pushing 18 soon.
Which one? The one with her and Nas?
Yeah.
Nah, he about 9 maybe. He young. He 18. His daughter is definitely out of college almost, but his son probably still like a child.
He's like 14, 15. Something.
Nah, well, you know what? That's a good question. Nah, how long ago did they get married?
That was a long time ago. Milkshake was a long time ago. She ain't brought no boys to the yard in a while.
You don't think nobody else want to play in the yard no more?
I mean, somebody been up in there, but it ain't like
I think she's married already. I think she's married again.
But I'm saying that was a long time ago, bro.
It was a long time ago. That's true. It was a long time ago.
03, bro.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Was it 03?
Might have been like 03, 04. That's what I'm saying. That kid is pushing 18.
Quick. When was Nas and Khalees married?
Yeah, that was like 03. I think I was still in high school, bro. Like 04 or something like that.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know, man. I feel like it wasn't, like that long ago when they were married. You know what I'm saying? Him and Khalees. I mean, I feel like we were just watching them in videos, but were we? I don't know. I don't got it.
We weren't just doing anything.
Yeah, 2005 to 2010.
Like I said, Milkshake was a long time ago.
So maybe the child is almost about to be 18.
Yeah.
So you think that's what it is?
They had him in 2005. That would be 13.
Yeah, good, because the baby was born like pretty much right after that, right?
I think it was born before they was married.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, what was he? I don't want to call it
Yeah.
but.
Yeah, I think the baby was born before they were married. But
Nas been making a lot of business deals lately, so
he's
making
got
money.
He got it.
Nas making the bread. That's for sure.
He got it. He just made like a quick 80 off a doorbell.
Off the doorbell? Yeah, he did.
Off the ring.
Nas been making that bread lately, man.
Yeah, that's why he still look young.
Yeah. Because when you're young, when you got money, it keeps you looking young.
Yeah.
You can just bathe in baby oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm
like
saying?
that when I grow up.
Yeah. Brush your teeth with sugar. That's imported from, Europe. You know what I mean? Go to sleep with caterpillars in your bed.
That makes no sense.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, you are an idiot. You know that. I mean, everybody knows that. You make no sense.
Maybe I'm thinking about when I get money, that's what I'm going to do. Because when I get cash, I'm going to do dumb stuff
and
like
wake up. No teeth.
I'm going to wake up with feathers in my bed.
Because you thought brushing your teeth with sugar from Europe was going to make a difference. Jet. People in Europe still have cavities.
I'm going to live on a jet for 18 months. I'm just going to live in the air.
Anyway, let's get to some other foolishness. LeBron says that the Lakers are still a long ways away from catching up with Golden State.
Duh.
I mean, we know that. We know this, Bron.
They couldn't beat the JV team on the street last year.
Come on now, but Bron, you will get them to the playoffs.
LeBron trying to get paid. He's done.
Get them to the playoffs.
He's done chasing legacy. His legacy is sealed. LeBron trying to get paid.
They just did like a thing with his career earnings, like 380 something.
And he's trying to go into movies now.
And that's not even including the billion reportedly that he made off Nike.
Yeah.
So that's a 1.3 billion, almost 1.4 billion he's made since he left high school.
LeBron ain't trying to chase no more rings.
Yeah, he is. I think he is. He's chasing ghosts. He definitely is. He wants another ring.
You wouldn't go to the Lakers chasing no ghosts with Lonzo Ball, who's not going to start, by the way.
Because at the point he's at, he can't ring chase like he did before. He can't go team up with people because he's already done that. So now he has to do the opposite and go build it somewhere else. And
he might as well stay with Cleveland.
Nah, it wasn't happening.
J.R. Smith took care of that.
Yeah.
But they also reported
J.R. Smith's
that
running around with a Supreme tattoo on the back of his leg, and the NBA told him he mad because the NBA told him you got to cover it up, or we're gonna fine you every day.
Well, Lonzo Ball is not going to start. They announced that because I think he's still injured. So
yeah,
Rondo's going to start.
Rondo, he's more of a distributor because they're gonna try to spread that ball around.
It's better.
Yeah, and then you still got to worry about Anthony Davis. His contract's up in 2 years. Kawhi Leonard be a free agent next summer. Still got to worry about all these guys coming to join up with LeBron. So he can do it and bring people to him. He just can't go to nobody else no more.
But he ain't going to do it this year, though.
No, it's definitely not happening. Everybody in the world knows it's not happening this year.
It's not happening this year.
It's next year.
So he's there for next year.
Yeah, he's there for next year.
LeBron is in his 30s, man. He ain't got time to be waiting on these next years, bro.
LeBron is a freak. Like, he's in the best shape. LeBron is one of those mutants. Like,
okay.
He got the Benjamin Button.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
I hear you. We'll see, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see a Laker parade no time soon, but go ahead.
Nah, not for a couple years. But football. Eric Reid got signed to the Panthers. It's a big thing. I told you it was coming.
Why is that a big deal? Explain that.
Because Nike is the big bully, the big bad boss, is coming down on NFL and is putting pressure, is applying pressure. When you put Colin Kaepernick ads on a primetime Thursday night football game, that pisses people off. And then when you can't do nothing about it because we're going to keep doing it, you're going to have to just fall.
So why is the signing of Eric Reid important?
Because that's the first chip.
I'm saying, who was Eric Reid? Who was Eric Reid?
Eric Reid was right next to Colin Kaepernick every time. When Colin Kaepernick took those stands, Eric Reid was right next to him. He was the one that's setting the fire with him.
So why is it that every time they talk about Eric Reid, they got to show you a picture? Because we don't know who he is. The big deal is if they didn't sign Colin Kaepernick, it's not a movement past it.
He is next.
You need to sign Colin Kaepernick.
Next. Colin Kaepernick will be in the NFL this year.
Colin Kaepernick has the big afro. You know, he's waving the fist. He's even wearing the Black Panther jacket. I'm talking about the original Black Panthers, the Huey Newton in them Black Panther leather jacket.
Kaepernick will be in the NFL
That's who you need to sign
year.
For you to show me there's going to be some changes being made around
He will be in there this year.
You wouldn't know Eric Reid if Eric Reid came up to you and sacked you while you was going to your car.
See, that's because you're not a real football fan.
Most people don't. My point is most people don't know who Eric Reid is.
Football fans know exactly who Eric Reid is.
Okay.
Eric Reid is nice. He went to LSU. He was a first-round draft pick.
Who's the movement been about? It's been about Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah,
we know about Colin Kaepernick,
of course. But I'm saying he was right next to him. So I mean, that's the chips
we don't want. I don't want what's next to it. I want the actual prize of the situation.
This is what it is. This is what it is. This is billionaire temperament. We're gonna try to get the person next to him and see the reaction. See how our bottom line gets affected.
So
by
if we get
him
too excited about it, not gonna sign Colin Kaepernick. Is what you're saying?
No,
they're gonna feel like they're cool.
They were just testing the water. We're gonna sign him, and let's see what the fan base says. See what the left wing, right wing, or whatever the left wing, whatever it's called.
The right wing don't know who Eric Reid is. They look all the same to us.
But I'm saying they're testing the waters. So that was a trial. All right, and then we're gonna bring in the big fish next.
Well, the Carolina Panthers do have a new owner, so maybe this guy's not a part of the Good Old Boy
Network. That last owner would have definitely not did this.
Maybe he's not a part of the Good Old Boy Network. I mean, the last owner didn't even want his players to have tattoos.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not a part of the Good Old Boys, but
Colin Kaepernick will be in the NFL before this year is out.
They reported 3 weeks ago that 2 teams are looking for him, and those 2 teams ain't stood up yet. It's week 4 now.
Just because it ain't been reported don't mean they ain't reaching.
All right, man. I believe when Colin Kaepernick actually throws the ball out there, I believe it.
It's happening this year.
Okay, sure.
He may only throw it in practice. He might not actually get on the field, but he's going to be on the team.
Yeah, okay. Well, I still don't think is that big of a deal as the ultimate prize of Colin Kaepernick actually should be the one playing ball right now. That's how I'm looking at it.
It will be.
You know, did you know Kanye West was performing on SNL?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I totally missed my mind, too. He's performing SNL, and apparently he's going to have Lil Pump, Tiana Taylor on there also, too. You think Ye is trying to make everybody like him again?
Of course. I mean, he had to rebound from that slavery was a choice stuff.
So, I mean, you think at someone's – why does Kanye still care? I mean, you've got a legacy that's pretty much been what it is. Why do you think that's so important to him?
Because he still likes to make music, and he still cares about what everybody else thinks. He's just that type of guy. He wants everybody to love him.
Is that possible?
I mean,
that for us to embrace Kanye the way we once did?
No, we can, but it's impossible for everybody to love him.
The brother had on a MAGA hat the other day wearing a Colin Kaepernick sweater.
Because he's confused. He's just trying to do something different on purpose.
I mean, that's not the sucking place. That's just the suck place.
That's just the suck place?
Like, yeah, yo, what are you doing? Like, seriously. Like, I don't understand these moves that you're making. Like, I care about his health and his well-being and all that good stuff, but are you really doing this stuff because people didn't like you, or are you really doing it because you saw there was a mistake that you made and the things that you said, and now you're trying to correct them?
And Kim got in his ass.
That's because the money was being messed up.
Exactly.
Kim don't care about slavery was a choice. She care about the check being a choice, being addressed to her name. You gonna mess up the money.
And that check ain't a choice.
Exactly.
I need that check.
One thing the Kardashians and the Jenners all got in common, they're about the money. Okay? They got the same thing in common with your local pimp down the street that you grew up with. It's all about the bread. If it ain't about the bread, they don't care. Don't talk to them if it ain't about the money. You get their attention when you rattle the money. That's all you who don't like the Kardashians, they're gonna still be there until y'all rattle the money and stop paying them attention. Kim care about the bread. I'm just thinking about Kanye as far as, like, you know, his performance. Because you remember Tiana Taylor spoke that she wasn't too happy about her layout of the album. You know, because for someone like Tiana, if you think about it, out of Pusha, Kid Cudi, Nas, and Ye himself, and everybody else who came with the rollout of the 7-album thing, Tiana was the one person people was like less known, who we were really waiting on. Like, that was like really her debut album. And so she had a lot to I can understand her point of being upset about the rollout of the album. Maybe the album didn't come out the way she wanted it to come out because she sent it to him and it came out like a totally different album. Then her album had 8 songs, didn't have 7, things of that nature. So maybe him bringing Tiana on SNL, if that happens, is like him trying to gel that relationship and trying to gel a relationship with the public.
All right. I guess so. But I did forget to say one thing in the sports report.
What?
Happy birthday to your guy, Megatron. Another guy who had to just retire to get out of Detroit.
You gonna cut off what I had to say because you want to talk about Megatron? That's you think that's hot in the streets? You know I'm standing right here. This ain't Twitter.
Calvin Johnson, for those who don't know.
So if you got a beef with me, you know what I'm saying? We can take it. We can take it, dog.
Who had to just retire to get off of the road.
No, dog, get off. I ain't watching the NFL this year anyway, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday, Megatron.
Whatever.
I feel your pain, brother.
I tell you what else, though, too, what might get resurfaced. I don't know if Lil Wayne and Birdman will ever be Lil Wayne and Birdman, even though the Carter 5 is out. But I will tell you that Birdman and Young Thug are under investigation for that 2015 shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus. Authorities think that Birdman has something to do with it. Now, nobody was hurt, but a man named Pee Wee Roscoe, if you remember, he was arrested as the shooter and given 10 years. And he has maintained that Birdman should be held liable. So.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Young Thugger. He's been talking that Barter 5 he's going to drop. He might be want to get his lawyer.
6 or 7, one of them. He talking about he going to bring out now.
Yeah, he might want to get his lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if somebody, like we just talked about, singing.
He need to grab somebody to pass the bar.
Somebody. I don't want to see Young Thug in jail. That ain't what's up. You know what I mean? Can you imagine Young Thug in jail with the dresses?
Yeah, come in with that dress, boy.
Or will he be right at home?
Thugger.
Will he be right at home? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some people, we look at Young Thug and we understand, well, some of us understand that, he does it to get the attention and stuff like that. But them brothers in jail, that's not what they see. They see a man in a dress.
They see fresh meat.
Right. In a dress.
Yeah.
All them, tattoos on your tongue and all that. They like that, But you think this right here in the situation, can Wayne and Birdman ever be Wayne and Birdman again as far as when we saw them and we felt that interaction, that father and that son relationship? You think with this kind of steaming back up and the money situation, the way it played out, they can ever be who they are?
I don't think it's going to be completely how it was, but they'll be close. They'll get over it. Money cures all.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, $50 million will.
Yeah, but if you owe me that for like 6 years, I might be still hot. Even though I might get my money, I might be still hot. I mean, imagine there's people who owe me $100 for 6 years. I had a homeboy who didn't pay me back for this bet that we made to like 6 years later. I was still hot. I took the money. I was hot.
Yeah.
That was money that was owed to Wayne. That wasn't like you ain't doing no favors by giving him the money that was already owed to him.
Not right. But he got the money, though.
Yeah. I don't know. We definitely probably won't see another father and son album.
No, we definitely not going to see
no more stunting like my dad is.
No.
Remember the couple clips when they show a Birdman trying to put his arm around Wayne, even though they were cool, trying to throw his arm around Wayne, and Wayne was like, get off. Kind of just keep on moving forward, I don't know.
Now, Wayne cool like that, bro. Give him my money.
This investigation, if it take place, I don't really see Birdman, nobody going to jail.
Wounds. Throw some sugar in the wound, salt in the wound.
Yeah, it might. You said sugar in the wounds. What you think about sugar? What?
You talking about brushing your teeth with sugar?
You thought about Young Thug in that dress. You thought sugar. That's what you thought. You ain't slick, homie. You tried to get that passes. Yeah. That's all right. Well, I hope it doesn't. I hope, we all know Birdman ain't going to jail. He Teflon. Somebody else going to jail for Birdman, but Birdman ain't going to go to jail. This week was the anniversary of a classic album. OutKast, Aquemini, came out 20 years ago, back in 98. Would you consider 98 probably that last good hip-hop year? Because Lauryn Hill, Miseducation.
Miseducation of
right.
Lauryn Hill.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Bro. Jay-Z, Volume 2, Hard Not Live. DMX's Dark Hell Is Hot, just name a few, came out on that same year.
It wasn't the last year. I mean, you still got the 2000s when 50 came out. I mean.
But I'm talking about as far as a collection of everybody like in 1 year. I mean, when 50 came out, we didn't really care about nobody else. Who else came out the same year 50 came out?
Came out 50 the same year? The Chronic?
No.
2000?
No, that was actually earlier.
It was that? Oh.
Yeah, it was actually, exactly. It was actually earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about one solid year when you remember classic albums that were dropping. I mean, we're talking about Jay-Z, Hard Not Life. What else came out? Let me see.
We had Ja Rule dropped the album. Ashanti dropped the album.
No, 1990. What, you talking about the 2000s?
2000.
Those not classic.
Nelly came and crushed everything.
Nelly came and crushed everything? Yeah, that's true. you know, we always used to talk about, people used to say that Nelly was like the worst thing that ever happened back in the day, but now you look at what we got now, I mean,
it didn't seem so bad.
It don't seem so bad at all. Capital Punishment, Big Pun came out in 98, Gangstar, Moment of Truth, Method Man to Cal, Redman, Doc's the Name. I mean, Can I Bust? Cannabis, no.
No, that was
Don Cartagena, Joe, you know, Fat Joe, that came out.
Yeah, that was my album.
That came out that same
had that
year.
On cassette tape.
Yeah, Cameron Confessions of Fire. That came out that same
Tough
year.
Tune.
I don't even say who else they got on this list. MOP, First
we
Family for Life.
We get the point. We get the point.
Busta Rhymes Extension.
We get the point.
Still standing. Go.
We get the point. We get the point.
But Aquemini.
We get the point.
I remember Aquemini, and people having a debate between Aquemini and Volume 2, Hard Not Life, about which one was better. I think Aquemini might edge it out just a little bit because OutKast has stepped their game all the way up. 5 Mic. That's back when 5 Mics actually counted.
Nah.
You know, I can't name you the last 5 Mic albums.
Actually read magazines?
Yeah, people don't even read magazines. Some of you, when I said 5 Mics, don't even know what the hell I meant. But it was dope. Classic. Yeah, man. Good year. That's all right, though. I don't know. What else before we get up out of here? Last week, I saw the documentary that I recommend for everybody to catch. Quincy Jones documentary, which is called Quincy. Superb, dope, inspirational. If you don't get inspired by watching that doc, I don't know what is. I actually wrote about it on walksandchewsbubblegum.com, my 5 random thoughts. But one thing I would say about Quincy, I mean, you know, much respect to him, but Quincy definitely dug the white women. He definitely.
Ain't that what Pac said about him?
Yeah, you know.
Sticking his dick in white women and making them fucked up children.
I mean, it's definitely, I didn't know, listen, I ain't gonna lie, I thought when Pac said that he was carried, you know, when I found out that Pac said that, I thought
Pac went after his daughter.
But I thought Pac was getting carried away. I thought Pac was going by the fact that Quincy was like with one white woman because, you know, he was married. But you watch the doc, Quincy been dipping with, you know, the white sensations for a minute. Like, he was like one of the originators back when it was illegal. He was brave, you know, but he did that. But one thing I loved about the documentary is also show you that Quincy, despite coming from his generation, he's one of those people that really embraced hip hop. He wasn't one of those individuals that was old and was saying it was a waste of time and all of that. Like, he actually gathered hip hop artists together and tried to chill some of that East Coast, West Coast beef.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know, talk about brothers, how they can be accountable for their music and things of that nature and what they can do for their music, take it to the next level. There was a lot of historical things in there, man. And Quincy was the first. You know, and he, in his 80s, he discovered a lot of people, too. He's a teacher. He discovered Oprah. I mean, you discovered Oprah. I mean, you changed Will Smith's life.
True. Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. Oprah is Oprah. I mean, Oprah is a pronoun, is a noun. I mean,
Will Smith is, too.
Yeah. You know, box office, you know? So, you know, do your history report, kids. You ain't always got to know about people that was around or whatever, but it's important for us to do this history of people who are still alive, like, while they're here. You know what I'm saying? So what you about to get into this weekend, bro?
Keep these records spinning, spend time with the family, watch the football.
I'm going to watch the season finale of Insecure and Ballers. You know, in Insecure, she was upset that the dude that she was dating went ghosted. Real quick, what's the reason when you think a guy would ghost a girl?
Just ghost? Something wasn't too good.
You think so? Well, like ghosted as in like he couldn't tell her that?
Yeah, you don't really. Sometimes you don't want to tell her that, but. You just done with it. Like, all right, something ain't smell right. Something just wasn't right. And
did you say someone smelled right, bro?
Something ain't smell right. That could be it.
And that's what make you go ghost?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. I ain't gonna tell no lie. That's true. That would make me vanish.
I'm definitely up out of there.
The Batman bomb. Poof.
Oh, none of that.
That made me
smoke.
Ghost. What's another reason? Have you ever been ghosted on the reverse side?
Have I ever been ghosted?
By a woman that you were feeling and then she just dipped off on you?
It depends. Was it a relationship or was it like I hit her a couple times and then when she just disappeared?
I guess you were like dating on a way to be in a relationship?
Nah, that has never happened.
It's never happened?
No, I had one that I hit a couple times and then she just disappeared on me.
But you didn't care?
I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
I was like, maybe I am. Maybe I didn't give her
the satisfaction that she needed.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't come strong on my rap that time. Hey, I was selfish. Hey, it happens.
It happens.
I tell you what, I got mine.
Yeah, I definitely was ghosted, and I didn't know I was ghosted. I actually approached a woman and was like, hey, I just want to know what happened. I didn't know you weren't supposed to approach somebody when you ghosted. She looked at me like I was crazy. She was like, yeah, we went out, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I went back in my corner. Oh, we about to get up out of here, man. Make sure you hit us up on our Twitter and follow our platforms. Follow our show on all of our platforms, SoundCloud, Podomatic. Make sure you go in the search engine, type in Hip Hop Matrix Show, one word. Follow me on Twitter at J.Hall Radio. We're on iTunes. Follow this man at DJ Akademiks and follow us at WHMS98. As usual, be blessed and successful, and we'll talk to you soon. We ghost!
It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show.